What's going on, guys? It's Dolby and welcome back to my third video of the MRC F1 League. Now today we are here at Austria. Unfortunately, once again I am game soundless. My audio just corrupted basically, unfortunately. I'll probably put some background music in the background so you're not completely just listening to me, so if there's ever moments I'm slightly not saying anything, you know, you're not just staring or listening to absolutely nothing. So as you can see here, for our first lap of quali, we unfortunately only had 8 people this week. Now I think next week we are merging with tier 1 and tier 2 and merging them together, because we've had quite a few people drop out, so over like the last week or so, just because of jobs and whatnot. So yeah, only 8 people, but it was a good opportunity to score some solid points, as there is only 8. So the first lap put us 3rd overall. We were about 4 tenths off. So as you can see, as we come around the last sector of our second flying lap, we've got purples in both sector, and then as we come around the last corner, you can see we're just under 3 tenths up, 2.5 tenths up. So we improved slightly, but it does jump us into second. Unfortunately, we just can't quite find the time at the moment to first place, but we will have one more run left where hopefully, you know, we can get it. As you can see, we're up by half a tenth as we come towards the final sector, up by still half a tenth. Looked like we could have gained a little bit, but then we don't. We're going to take this better than we did on the previous laps. Again, even more time there, and I knew you just got to send it through these last 2 corners to try and find as much time as possible. So that's exactly what I do. Don't go wide. We do go a little bit wide, and then went even wider here. Thought my lap was going to get invalidated. Somehow it didn't. Gained 1.5 tenths, which was enough for first, but I will tell you, MRC Stygian does beat me by about another tenth or so. I reckon I could have just kept improving as I slowly started to find the rhythm, but yeah, unfortunately we didn't quite get pole, but second place, so pretty solid overall. I think that might be last race we started 3rd. Last race we started 4th in France, and then Canada we started 3rd. So we're kind of always around, you know, the top end of the pace. But it's going to be interesting because I'm in tier 2 and we're merging with tier 1, who are obviously quite a bit quicker. Some of them are quicker. I don't know exactly who's staying or what's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting to see, because I'm probably going to be a little bit off the pace, maybe fighting for the lower points positions now. So as you can see, it's pretty standard one stop, going from the softs to the mediums. We could do a 2 stop. It was a little bit slower, but I was just going to stick to the default 1 stop if we had the tyre wear, make it work. So this is exactly what we're going to do. As you can see, as we line up on the grid, it's 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. They got held for a little bit, but we are underway. Sad Boy Suffer making a little look around our outside. We lock up, just take the line. I left him room in case he wanted to go there, but it looks like he ran a little bit wide. So we keep hold of P2. We're going to maybe push up to Stygian here. Can we maybe get closer? Maybe on the second straight we can. We go a little bit deep, which means we don't get the best of exits compared to him. He went for the more slow and then obviously fast out approach, which obviously works pretty damn well. So at the moment in time, we are not quite close enough to him to really make a move at this current time. Hopefully later on we can have a little look. We just got to stay hopefully in his DRS, and then that will pretty much be enough, because it's quite a short circuit, so we can just stay inside the DRS. It's pretty good. And on lap 2 we even go quicker than him without it. So you can see we're only 5 tenths behind him. As we come through turn 1, we do it brilliantly, don't get any warnings for corner cutting, and we are all over the back of him now. We pull to the inside. We get the move done already before the corner. Maybe we could have defended a little bit more, but it didn't matter, as we keep the place as we head on to the second straight now, or third straight. We count the start-finish straight as a straight, which really you do. As we head down in towards turn 4, I believe, depending on if you want to count the little kink of turn 2. So unfortunately, he gets us back up the inside, and then going for a move in this corner is never really going to work. I hate following cars through there. I just find it a little bit awkward, but for now we can't quite. He makes a little bit of a mistake and we get very close to the back of him. We just have to lift off a little bit. Through the last stage of the sector, I found myself saving ERS quite a bit. Basically stuck it in low or none for the whole of like the last sector, and then regained it, so then obviously we could just attack him. Why is my Siri gone off? Okay. And then we would just attack it, obviously on the 3 straight opportunities. We got turn 1, turn 3 and turn 4. Unfortunately we go a little bit wide there and got a warning for cutting the first corner. We got a bit unsettled on the curve and it just took us wide. But obviously Rich overtake, we're going to breeze out the inside. Probably just about at the right time. We're going to leave him just enough room. We might have made a small little bit of contact, but it's alright. Get on the grass a little bit by accident, but as we have DRS, we currently have the run on him. We're going to defend to the inside. He's going to go all the way around the outside, lock up a little bit, and he looks like he's going to get the move done again. Unfortunately, whenever I came to deciding to defending the inside, I was never just quite ballsy enough to just kind of cut across him. I always left him enough room, and maybe I could have been a little bit more aggressive with the defending, and not like squeezed him out completely, but you know, just giving him less room, so maybe next time he didn't think about doing it, which I do eventually, but I probably didn't do it soon enough, because every time he just kind of swooped around the outside. So yeah, again, we're going to save our ERS and go again. So far it's been a pretty action-packed race, as you can see. So we're going to dive up the inside here into turn 1. We cut the corner a little bit, and then we squeeze him out a little bit. Maybe a little bit aggressive, but obviously, like I said, it's just going to put a plant in his mind, thinking maybe I can't go around the outside there next time. So we get the move done, and we're back into the lead now. The McLaren made a really big lunge, in my opinion. I just didn't expect it at all. So as I went to turn him, I had the Ferrari on the outside, so I had to leave him enough room. And obviously, I'm not just going to go straight on, so I did have to turn eventually. And I do turn into the McLaren. I believe we got a little bit of front wing damage, but I personally just didn't expect it. I wasn't even paying attention, and by the time I saw the arrow red, it was kind of too late to back out, unfortunately. You can see on lap 6, Stygian's once again having a little look. We're going to put it in overtake to try defend to the inside. He's once again going to go for a move around the outside, and once again I just don't quite... I'm just not aggressive enough with the defending. I need to get my elbows out a little bit more, and he's going to get the move done once again. So we're just ping-ponging between first and second at the moment. We both got pretty similar pace, so yeah, hopefully we can maybe get him back and then kind of pull away, but it's quite hard to pull away on this circuit with obviously quite a lot of straights, and unless you make a big mistake, you're not really going to lose a lot of time in this last sector. So once again, we're going to have a look at the inside into turn 1. I decided against it for now. He then doesn't get the best of exits. Well, to be fair, it's a decent exit, but it's just we've got obviously the engine power and the ERS on our favour. So we're going to go up the inside once again, kind of just plant the car in the middle of the track. There we go. I squeezed him out a little bit more that time, so just didn't leave him enough room to even think about going around the outside. That's what I need to do more of. And as we head down into this corner once again, it's probably the first time I went a little bit deeper and looked to squeeze him out, and as you can see, maybe that planted a little seed in his head that I was talking about to maybe not do it. But yeah, it's the first time I probably defended a bit more aggressively and it worked, so obviously that's what I need to do more. I don't think there was nothing really kind of naughty about that. It was just fair defending in my opinion anyway. Obviously if you're him you might think elsewise. So this is going to be the first time as I run incredibly wide. This is going to be the first time we're actually defending into turn 1. As you can see, we've actually pulled away a little bit. So I just want a little update on his penalties he had. Well, when Jeff tells us, obviously we don't have game sound unfortunately. He has no penalties at the moment, I don't think. So I believe at this point I had like 3-second penalties. So there is that. We got big enough room at the moment. We go a little bit deep unfortunately into turn 3, which doesn't set us nicely onto this train. You can see we've got a 4-man train at the moment going towards turn 4. This time we're going to defend to the outside. I was going to try a little switchback move as I expected him to go deep like that, like he did. And then now we've got the run on the outside here going into the sharp left hand, and we're just going to hang it around the outside. We're going to get the move done, and unfortunately the Ferrari I think he just lost it. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but I record it, just in case you're wondering, yeah, he just kind of lost it on the exit, and I wasn't entirely sure what happened. Nothing got taken to the steward, so I'm guessing from his point of view, he just lost it as we were going side by side. I don't think I squeezed him or like not gave him enough room. I think he just didn't quite expect me to hang it around the outside, and it kind of just caught him off guard. That's going to be my guess, because I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but we got the move done. We are in P1 now. We've come in for our pit stop on lap 15, and to be honest, from there we built up a nice gap to second. We had about a 7-second gap to second and back. We just pushed, went a little bit ham, and yeah, from there we kind of just dictated the race, and nothing else really happened. We built out a gap. We just kept pushing, kept going. You can see at the moment our gap to second is about, probably on the mini map, look about 10 seconds. As we get towards the end of the race, we're gonna win it. Pretty much nothing happened from the pit stop for me. It was just about being consistent, and I have pretty consistent pace. I don't think I did too many laps over the 1.9s. I was always in the 1.8s, somewhere on the mediums for the 20 laps or so I was on them. So I was pretty happy, nice consistent pace, and we're going to come home and take the win. So it's my second win of the season. It's very nice. I'll see quite a nice entertaining start to the race, not the most entertaining end to the race. Pretty much nothing happened, like I said, like you saw, but yeah, this win pretty much does give me the lead in the championship, which is very nice to see. I'll show you the championship standings in a moment. My teammate coming home in 7th, unfortunately he spun on lap 1, but I mean 7th, there's only 8 runners, that's still 6 more points to add to the constructors. But obviously with us merging, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen there, because I have the championship lead, but I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work with us merging. As you can see there, we're in first, we're 16 points clear of second place, who will actually be racing next week finally. He's got a job, so I mean that's just, there's nothing he can do about that. Obviously he's making his big boy money. I'm sat here playing F1, bit of a difference. But yeah, quite a few people just haven't turned up, so we're just thinking of merging the tiers, and then from next week it'll be interesting, put it that way. You can see, obviously, come back to the channel, subscribe, like, notifications, all that. You can see how we do next week. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you at Silverstone, which I believe is next up, and peace.